gonna take a look at the iMac. The famous iMac. Well, I mean, all of these are famous, but yeah. Okay, so I remember last year I was complaining about how I thought it was a waste of, they were like, oh, the design, like instead of focusing on trying to make it, like flat Stanley, just, figure out, loading it up with processors and hard drives or whatever, and don't worry about the physical size of the computer. It's a desktop. The size doesn't matter. That's what I was saying last year, and I don't know, whatever. You do you, Apple. So I think iMac. So some cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yep. Okay. Right. Now, design 5mm. Wow, congrats. Okay. Some nice reflection here going on. Alright, coding. Snell's law of refraction. Okay. Okay. This is, wow, not even high-speed graphics. High-velocity graphics. These graphics, they don't even have, like, a lot of speed, but they have speed with direction. Believe that? There's a direction component to the speed. That must be something. Okay. Oh, Blackmagic Cinema camera. Ooh, wow. Yeah, Thunderbolt. That's pretty impressive. See, what my MacBook Pro uses, it's not even listed here. It's like USB 2, not USB 3, USB 2, which is like 400, 500 megabits a second. Okay, and yeah, so the iMacs, these, unlike looking at the MacBook Air, these can get quite powerful, pretty powerful. Actually, I'm recording this on an iMac. It's a old, like 2007. So what is that? Like 7 years ago. Oh wow, yeah, it's really old. It's a 24-inch. Don't even make that anymore. Okay, so first of all, see, it looks like they did a similar thing as they did for the what's it called? The MacBook Air. They wanted to have an option, and like I said with the MacBook Pro, how everything was red, and the cheapest was something around like $1,300. But they wanted to have something that was not, something that was a cheaper option. So they had like the regular MacBook Pro, 13-inch. Here they, had these, but they're like the cheapest iMac is $1,300. People are gonna be like, oh, like $1,300. That's the starting price. But now the starting price is $1,100. It's so. I mean, to be honest, this really is not that good. Because if we take a look at that, it's probably not very good. But yeah, and then the maximum 21.5 and maximum 27-inch. So let's look at this baby one. So this baby one, this one we're not going to do any configurations. So this, at $1,100, wow. See, look, this is like the same specs as the MacBook Air. A dual-core i5 at 1.4 gigahertz. Yeah. 8 gigs RAM, 1600, 500 gig SATA drive, Intel HD graphics, okay. And probably some like really like basic graphics chip. So yeah, all that for 1,100. It's yeah, whatever. Now here, let's have some fun. Here's the 21.5-inch iMac, where this is the 27-inch. This is a 21.5-inch iMac. Now take a look at this. All right, even this base one, 1,500. Look, you just spend $400 more, and you go from 1.4 to 2.9, dual core to a quad core. I mean, 500 to a 1 terabyte. I mean, I think it's a much better option. Oh look, and you even have better graphics. But look, so you can max it 3.1 gigahertz. So a quad core i7 at 3.1, turbo boost to 3.9, 1600 megahertz RAM at 16 gig. You can get 512 flash storage. See, I always check this because I feel like there used to be like a $20 plus thing. I think it was in the wireless, but oh, now wireless is the default, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. So yeah, 3.1 quad core. Super drive, Magic Mouse, and Magic Trackpad. Makes it that. Oh wow, any of these is the best. Wait, why would anyone choose to get an Apple mouse instead of an Apple Magic Mouse? Like, why do those cost the same thing? It's honestly ridiculous. Who would do that? Who would do that? It's like being offered for the same price. Wait, 500 gigabyte and a 1 terabyte drive. Like, why would you? I mean, and you know, assuming all else equal, like speed and everything. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, where did that? Okay, so $2,400 for 3.1 quad core i7, 3.9 gigahertz turbo boost, 16 gig, 1600, 512. NVIDIA, it's 750M, 1 gig GDDR5. 1 gig. That's pretty good. But let's just take a look at what we can do with the 27-inch. It's a big monster, but just look at this. It's beautiful. So look here. If we can, and the starting price is 2,000. It's a quad core i5 at 3.4, and it turbos up to 3.8, and then it's so okay. Let's take. Instead of quad i5, you could do a quad i7 at 3.5 gigahertz and a turbo to 3.9. Memory, not only can you do 1600 megahertz, you can do 32, 1600 megahertz. 32 gigs. That's pretty beefy. Here you can get a 3 terabyte SATA drive, or you can get a 3 terabyte Fusion drive, or you can get a 1 terabyte flash storage, which would probably be the fastest. Now, this by default is not a NVIDIA like 750M or whatever it was at 1 gigabyte. Default is 2 gigabytes, but you could get 4 gigabytes. Wow. Yep, not there anymore. And check that, it puts you at 4,100, but with that, get rid of that, you're there. Okay, wow. So for $4,000, 3.5 quad i7 turbo to 3.9, 32 gigs, 1600, 1 terabyte flash storage, 4 gigs of GDDR5, NVIDIA. Wow, this is all very impressive. See, this is a monstrosity of a computer. Monstrosity, yeah, whatever. For like $4,000. That's the beauty of a machine. So, beautiful.